pushed and forced to reduce rations in Sudan starting at the beginning of next year. And we're running low on food supplies in country. WFP, we're being pushed and forced to reduce rations in Sudan starting at the beginning of next year, simply because the needs in Sudan are so great and the resources are not keeping pace. So we've been supporting anywhere between 4 to 5 million people per month in Sudan and helping to reverse famine conditions in 9 areas. However, as I mentioned, the needs are so high with 20 million people facing acute hunger across the country. And we're running low on food supplies in country. And our resources will run out unless we start to reduce the rations so that we can continue to assist around 4 million people each month for the coming months. But without additional funding, we will have full pipeline breaks by around April of next year. So our donors have been extremely generous, but we really need the international community and our donors to continue stepping up for the people of Sudan. As we've seen in the last year, we have had success in scaling up assistance, in reducing famine, in reducing the risk of famine, and we can only continue to do so with additional resources, but also with diplomatic pressure to push for humanitarian access and a humanitarian truce in Sudan. So this is going to affect the most vulnerable and hard-hit communities immensely. People are facing famine. That means they really have run out of options to have a basic meal a day and are depending on food assistance to survive. And even for them, the people in the hardest hit areas, in the highest stages of hunger, famine, we're having to reduce rations from 100% to only 70%. And that means that they will have to resort to coping mechanisms, to skipping meals, or in many cases, we see mothers or elderly not eating so that their children can eat. And these are what communities will have to resort to because they're not getting the assistance they need as we're being forced to reduce rations. And it can also mean that the hunger crisis in Sudan could deepen at a time when we've shown and seen that it can be improved with the right amount of assistance, with a consistent and sustained flow of aid into the hardest areas. First and foremost, that there is hope to turn around the situation in Sudan, especially in terms of hunger. We've seen that now over the last year. We can do it. We've scaled up 4 to 5 million people every month, reversing famine in some areas, reducing the risk in others, and we can sustain that if we have additional resources as well as access. So we ask the international community to stand with us and support the people of Sudan, support them with assistance, but also to support with diplomatic efforts to push for humanitarian access and ultimately an end to the conflict, which is very much needed to reduce humanitarian needs and support Sudan then in its rebuilding and recovery.